Welcome back. Glad you could join me today. I hope you're having a fantastic day. You got your paints out, you're ready to paint along with me. I think you're going to enjoy this one. Let's start off and have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with me. While they're doing that, let's go on up here and get started. I've already covered the canvas with liquid white and it's all wet and ready to go. So we can take right off today. I'm going to start right off with a little touch of the Prussian blue. Just a little bit. Just tap the brush right into it. Just a little. Reach over here and grab a little bit of the midnight black. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, let's just dance in some happy little sky things here. Just using little X's, little crisscross strokes. Just sort of let that go and just have fun with it. Just have fun. Now the paint will mix with a liquid white and automatically, it'll get lighter in value as you work down toward the horizon. There. Maybe a little touch more right there. Okay. And that quick, you can have a basic little sky and just a little blue sky. And then very lightly, we just brush across to take out the brush strokes. Okay. Now then, let's take another brush. I have several going, so I don't have to spend all my time washing them. Let's go into titanium white. We'll make a happy little cloud. Pull that brush through the paint. I'm going to reach down and get a least little touch of the bright red. Just the least little touch. A lot of paint in the bristles here. Okay? Let's just come right up here and dance in a happy little cloud or two. And I'm just using the brush in small little circular patterns here. Tiny little circles. Let the bristles work. Let them build your cloud for you. You're looking for all those nice, soft, fluffy edges. Oh, this is a fantastic day and the clouds are playing in the sky. Just let them bounce around. Wherever you think they should be, that's exactly where they ought to be. Okay, I'm going to wash that brush out. And we just scrub our brush in odorless thinner, paint thinner. Shake off the excess. And then just take out all your frustrations. Okay, now with a clean, dry brush. Very dry. If you have trouble drying the brush, you probably can't beat it like I can in your living room or wherever you paint, because you would cover everything. They make a thing called a brush beater rack that you can put in the bottom of a waste paper can, garbage can or something, and you can shake your brush inside the can and beat it against this rack. And that keeps it contained so it doesn't go all over your house. You might want to have one of those if you're going to paint inside. There we go. Okay, shoot. We got us a quick little sky. That easy. Now then, let's take, and maybe back in the background here, let's put a few little bushes and trees back here. We'll take some dark sienna, some Van Dyke brown, and I'm using the round brush. I'm just going to tap this color right into it. Pick up a little black too. What the heck? A little sap green. Tap firmly to load the brush. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, decide where you want your little bushes to live. These are distant trees. And just very quickly just tap in some basic shapes. Very, very basic shapes. You're not looking for any detail. All you're looking for is just the basic shapes. See there? However many you want. Okay. Now then, with the same old brush, let's go right into a little touch of, we'll use some yellow ochre. I'm going to reach up here, be right back. Get a little bit of the sap green, a little cad yellow. And once again, I'm just tapping it in. I allowed that color to stay in the brush because I want to dull all this. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, with just the top bristles, you can put in all types of little highlights here. And see how easy that is? Just tap them in. And we're still not looking for a great deal of detail. If you have troubles making the paint stick, add a little paint thinner. But all you need is a tiniest little bit. Tiny little bit. Don't overdo with the paint thinner. Tiniest little bit. and make layers. That'll create the illusion of depth. Look at that, all those little things. There's just thousands of little leaves there. And you can do it in just a matter of a minute or two. That easy. Okay, let's have a little pond under there. That's easy to do and a lot of fun. You know me, I love water. Go back to my brush that had the blue and the black on it. And we can just come right across. That easy. Put the indication of a little touch of water. And if you wanted to reflect all these little bushes that you made, you can take the same brush, just turn it upside down, tap downward like that, and put in some basic ideas there. We're not looking for a great deal of detail. Now, take your 2-inch brush and pull gently down. This is 2 hairs and some air, just barely touching, and go across. Isn't that neat? Instant reflections. They're that easy. That easy. And we can take a little of the browns, dark sienna and Van Dyke, just mix them together. Pull them out very flat, cut across, get that little roll of paint out here on the knife. And let's go right up in here. And let's put a little land back here. I'm just going to sort of scrub that in. There we go. Just to give the indication of a little land that lives back here. There we go. Just something for all those trees to sit on. And you could take a little of the liquid white, put a little brown in it to dull it, cut across, and just put in the indication of a little water line here. I don't want this to be too bright and shiny because it's going to be too far back in the painting, and I don't want it to distract from whatever it is we put in the foreground. Okay. Build some more trees. I like them trees. Same old round brush. We'll go back into the browns. Reach over here and I'll get a little of the blue, a little of the sap green. Oh, shoot you. I might as well have some black too. Whatever. Basically, we're looking for dark colors. Okay, let's go back up here. Now then, I want a bigger tree here, but I still want to start at the base and work up so it's darker down in here. Down here we have all these shadows. This is where the little bunny rabbit hides. See? And as we work up here, we're going to pick up the paint that's on the canvas, and automatically it gets lighter in value. Learn to use what happens. Don't fight it. Let's bring this right on down. We'll just push that little pond right on back into the background. Okay, maybe. Yeah, let's just keep going here. These trees are so much fun to make. All we're looking for at this point is the basic shapes. Just basic shapes. So just sort of look around your yard and see the kind of trees you have, if that's what you want to paint, and paint that initial shape. And then we'll come back and we'll highlight those trees and put all the little leaves and all the little pretty things into it. But initially, all you're looking for is just the basic shape. And normally it's always darker down here at the base than it is at the top. Just tapping. All we're doing is tapping. It's very easy. Okay, let's load our brush again. Maybe right in here. Yeah, what the heck. Let's just push this lake way back. And we do that just by putting some bushes right here. If I'm not careful, I'm just going to cover that little rascal up and the plants will drown out there. Okay. All right. Use our liner brush, little number 2 script liner, and I'll go right into some of that brown color. Load the brush full. You want your paint to be very thin. Let's go right up in here and touch, and we'll just make the indication of a few little tree trunks here and there. We're going to put leaves on all these trees, so we're going to lose most of these things, so you don't have to put a whole bunch of detail in here. Save your detail for the foreground. There we go. Just some happy little things. You're going to see a few little trunks and limbs here and there. So, okay. Isn't it fantastic that you can build a tree that easy? All right. and a few little things, wherever. Wash out my little brush. Now then, let's take a round brush, and we'll go right into some yellow, and some yellow ochre. Yellow ochre, and I'm going to reach up here again. I just slip off and leave you sometime, don't I? Come back, got a little green on there, a little sap green. Tap the brush full of color. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, go slightly above the dark and just begin tapping on all those little leaves and stuff there. Just here and there. See there? And once again, don't just throw them on at random. Make little patterns, because there's limbs that project out every which way. There we go. I had a little yellow ochre right in there. Just let all these little things happen. Some on this tree. We don't want him left out. There we go. There we go. And over here. See, do one tree at a time though. Remember, each one of these little trees and bushes, they're individuals. They each have their own separate personality. There. Add a little touch of the bright red right there. See how nice that makes that one? And just pick out places you think there's a bush, and that's where he lives. That's where he lives. Okay. Add a little thinner to my brush there. That'll make the paint stick easier. There. There's another one. See, now here we have two that are exactly the same color. The only thing that separates them is that little dark area. That little dark area is very valuable. When you're painting, don't kill all the darks. Save them little rascals. They're your friends. They'll make you happy. And they'll make your paintings beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There we are. Okay. There's a nice one. It looks like it has little flowers on top. That's one of them happy accidents. Cherish them. Don't fight them. Now see all the dark that's left back here? Without that, there would be no depth. Absolutely no depth. It'd be as flat as if you cut it out of newspaper and just glued it up there. And you would not be happy with it. There we go. Well, if I don't stop, I'm going to cover up the whole canvas here with all these happy little trees. Okay. Okay. Now then, you can take the knife and just take the point of the knife, scrape right through the paint, let some of the white shine through, and make all kinds of little limbs and twigs and all the things it takes to hold up all these little clumps of bushes and grass and small trees and all those things, just by scratching through the paint. See? So it's that easy. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. I'm going to take some brown and then go right into sap green. I put the brown in there just to dull the green down. I want it to be very dark, very dark. Okay, let's go right up in here. Now, just by tapping, I want to tap in some dark color right in there. And all I'm doing is just tapping downward. See there? Okay. Browns and greens, and throw some black in there. And here's where we begin thinking about the lay of the land. In other words, the direction the land flows. There. And we need this dark color so that we can come along and highlight it and put grass on it, and it'll stand out. It's the only way you can make that stand out is if you have dark underneath. Light against light gives you nothing. Dark against dark gives you nothing. Got to have dark in order to see light. It's just like in life. You have to have a few of those dark days so you understand when you have a good one. Otherwise, they'll just sneak by and you never notice it. There we go. Look at all those little things that just happened. Already, it's sort of, you can see how the land flows here. And that's what we're trying to do. Okay, that'll give us a base coat to work with. Now then, same old brush. I want this color very dark. I want to go back in here and put just the indication of a little bit of highlight. Don't want much back here. I'll show you why in a minute. I just made a decision. See, when you paint, you have unbelievable power. Unbelievable power. And you have to make big decisions. And I just made a decision. Just made a big decision. I'm going to have a happy little building right here. So come right down here and let's watch. First, you have to make a decision where your building is going to live. And one of the easiest ways is to take your knife and begin scraping out the general shape that you want this building to be. Maybe there's the roof, like so. See there? This removes that excess paint back here and allows you, without being committed, to lay your building out. You can just change the shape any way you want it, because at this point you're not committed. Maybe it's got a little roof that comes out this way. Who knows? Scrape out all this paint, and when you're at home, at this point, step back and take a look. See if it's what you want. It helps to stand away from your canvas and look at it. Okay, now we can begin filling it in here. We've got a basic idea of what we want. Now then, let's start with Van Dyke Brown. A little roll of paint. Always use that little roll of paint. And now it's just fill in the squares. There you go. We'll just put that right in. See how easy that is? Just drop it right in. Just like so. Right out through there, if we're going to have it. Okay. A little bit right here. Pull down. Down. See, we're still keeping a basic idea. We're not committed yet. We can do anything that we want to do back in here. But we're still keeping the basic idea in mind. There we go. Boy, don't you wish it was that easy to build a house in real life? Now then, let's begin putting some fun things on. I'll take some dark sienna and some bright red and reach over here and get some titanium white. And don't overmix it. Leave it about like that. Grab it. And let's come right down here. We'll put a little touch of highlight right along that edge. See, that'll indicate there's a little something going on the other side of the roof. Now let's take some white. We'll grab some of that blue and some brown. Let me just mix all that together. Make sort of a bluish gray. We'll throw some black in there. Oh, that's nice. It's a nice shadow color. Once again, a little roll of paint. Now then, just let this sort of bounce along here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. If you don't make them little noises, it don't work. Okay, now you really do have to start making some big decisions. Where is this little, if this is going to be a little shed, you have to start deciding where it's at. Maybe there's a little light plays through here and there's a little highlight that bounces along here. See that? See that? Isn't that neat? And you can do that. You really can do that. Over here, I'm going to take just a little touch of the light color and just sparkle that. See, so that roof stands out. Maybe the light's really zinging right through there. And that'll sort of give us an idea of just where the roof line is. See? Okay, now we can come in here and really start playing. Dark sienna. We'll just go right back into there. Pull that out, a little roll of paint again. There we are. Now then, touch, no pressure, no pressure. Barely, barely, barely caress the canvas. No pressure, no pressure at all. I want to make this look old and tired. Shoot, this is like me. Okay, a little bit right in here. See there? Now this side over here, we want it very dark. Very dark. Very dark. So we'll take some dark sienna and Van Dyke Brown and just a tiniest little bit of white. We want to keep this side very dark. Not as much light's going to strike over here. Okay. Now then, this is just a little bit of brown and we can come right down in here and we can make all kinds of old boards and see, make it look old, 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 old. Just that easy. You can put little sparklers here and there, little touches of white. You can really get in here and make this look like old wood. Just wherever you think it should be. That's where it ought to be. Okay, we need a door. I've been known to paint barns and cabins and forget to put a door in them. But let's put one right here. Just Van Dyke brown and pull it down, just straight down. That's all you have to do. A little bit of color, cut around it. That easy. Tell you what, shoot, we're having so much fun with this. Watch here, watch here, watch here. Maybe this guy, maybe he's like me. Runs out of room continually, and he had to build a shed right out here. See, just pull that out. Come straight down. Over here, this will be lighter. Isn't that super? Come along here, put a few little board indications in there. Isn't that easy? You got a happy little shed. And you can put a little this color right on the roof to make it sort of separate and stand out. Little highlight right along there. Bloop, bloop. And we have one nice little barn. Now maybe, watch it right in here. Come right up in here. Let me show you something. Maybe you want to create the illusion that this is an overhang. You can come right back in here. I'm going to waste all my time playing with this barn, but there's so many things I want to show you here. See, you can cut that off and then make this very dark. See? Now watch, watch, watch. Way back under there, we need a little bit of shadow, little shadow. Now we come along here and put some post. Highlight those little posts. Just touch. Okay. Enough playing. I gotta get to moving here. I get carried away sometimes. These little buildings are so much fun to make. Let's come right along in here. Put some little grassy things that live right out. Come right in. Okay. Let me find my little knife. I'm gonna use a little knife for this. Maybe right in here, a little fence. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Off it goes. Right off into the distance. Wherever. See, put a little wire right across there. That easy. Push everything back. Now there's a little place where the farmer can store stuff up underneath there. And we put a little touch of thinner on there. The yellows, a little green. Okay. Now then, let's begin creating all the little grassy things that we want in here. Just wherever you want them. Wherever you want them. And this is where you really make the lay of the land work. Okay, maybe right over in here. Look at all those little things. See how easy they are? You just drop them in. Just drop them in. Tell you what, let's do. Maybe there's a little road in there. Take just Van Dyke brown. Decide where your road lives and pull it. That easy. That easy. We just fill up the whole canvas. What the heck? What the heck? Now then, a little bit of brown and white. Touch it. Touch it and pull. Yep. Okay. See there? Now maybe there's a little path that comes out of there. And you can just go crazy. In your world, you put whatever you think ought to be there. A little bit of paint right there. Okay. And bring a little bit of the grassy things right down so it brings all this together. See how simple? This old big brush does fantastic things. Fantastic thing. Then over here, on this side of the path, we need some more little grassy areas to bring all this together. Just bring it all together. Look at that. Look at that. That quick. you can create all of this beautiful landmass just by tapping a little bit with a big brush. Then maybe, watch right here, maybe, doop, 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 we'll put a fence. Put a little fence, touch a highlight on it, cut across a little bit of paint, and then we put some wire on that fence. Shoot, you can do anything. You can do absolutely anything. Let's take some brown here. Watch here, watch here. Maybe there lives, yep, sure does. Big old tree. And a little tree. Just like that. Just like that. Let's put some highlight on that tree. See? See? There he is. Pull that around a little more. This looks like a little birch tree that grew out here in front of the barn. And with our liner brush, a little bit of thinner, we can go right up in here, take a very thin paint, and let's just put the indication of a happy little tree limb here and there. Just here and there. Wherever you want them. The old clock on the wall tells me it's time to leave you for today. But I'll be back again next time. So, as I finish putting these limbs on here, I'd like to wish you happy painting. God bless. Thanks for joining me.